What is up, everybody? How is it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Today, as you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going. What are you doing this weekend? Got any big plans? Today, gonna keep this one quick, gonna keep this one brief, but gonna be talking about why the weekends matter and why a lot of times people, screw themselves up in their fitness journey, their weight loss journey, whatever it may be that you're working towards, because you aren't taking shit seriously on the weekends. You, I'm gonna lay out kind of like a scenario that I'm sure we all can relate to or have been able to relate to at one point or another. You start a fitness journey, you start working out, or you start a diet, or you're like, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna lose, for example, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, and you start your journey, and you start on a Monday because a lot of times people that's when they start. Start on a Monday, you get through Monday, you're like, I'm killing it. Tuesday, killing it. Wednesday, I'm crushing it. Thursday, no problem. Friday comes around, right? Friday comes around. What do a lot of people do on Friday evenings? A lot of times they take that time to hang out with their friends. They go out to the bars. They go out to eat to the restaurants, whatever it may be. Maybe they party, maybe they drink. Maybe they don't do anything on that Friday. Maybe they don't. Maybe they wait till Saturday. So maybe they had a good day on Friday. And then Saturday rolls around, and either they've already partied Friday night, right? Or they're about to, and maybe this Saturday morning, maybe during the weekdays, they were getting up at, 5 or 6 a.m. to go work out at the gym, right? Maybe they're doing that. Saturday rolls around. They sleep in until like 11 a.m. If anybody here is watching this right now, I'm sure that used to be me, right? That used to be me. That maybe that's you right now. Maybe you used to do that too. And for those of you that don't do that anymore, you can attest that it's just not worth doing that shit if you've got goals in mind that you're striving to work towards. And so, why do the weekends matter, right? Why do the weekends matter? The biggest thing, guys, is momentum, right? And I talk about momentum a lot. But what is momentum? Honestly, it's just keeping yourself in this like state of progress. That's one way that I kind of like to describe it. You're keeping that momentum. You're feeling like you're heading in the right direction. And what happens is a lot of times is people will they'll go strong, right? Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday. They'll go strong for 4 or 5 days out of the week. And then when the weekend rolls around, they let temptation or they basically let their willpower kind of like fall to the wayside. They kind of like say, like I worked out really hard for these 4 or 5 days, and now I'm going to take a break and let myself off the hook. I'm gonna go out to eat. I'm gonna and eat a bunch of shitty food. I'm gonna go drink. I'm gonna go party. I'm gonna be lazy this weekend. I'm gonna sleep in. And what that does is basically it causes this like stopping and starting the stopping and starting like cycle of like not being consistent with your routine, not being consistent with your goals, not being consistent with the things that you were doing in the first place that were getting you the results. And so a lot of times when people are plateauing and they're doing everything right, it's because you're doing everything right on the weekdays and you're not following through on the weekends. You're being a weekend warrior basically, where you're like I'm killing it 5 days out of the week, 4 days out of the week, but then I'll let myself off the hook on the weekends. And guess what? You, that you're probably like, well, you're not probably, if you're stuck right now and you're plateaued or you're spinning your wheels and you're not tracking on the weekends, you're fucking up. I'm just gonna straight up say it. You're fucking up if you're not tracking your calories on the weekends, if you're not doing your workouts, if you're skipping your workouts, if you're sleeping in like crazy. Like, there's nothing wrong with like getting an extra like hour of sleep. But if you're just like normally waking up at like 5 or 6 a.m. on the weekends or on the weekdays, and then you sleep until like 11 a.m. on the weekday or on the weekends, you're fucking up. You know why? Because you're not like setting yourself, you're not setting your mindset, you're not setting your body up to do the same thing that it's been doing for all this time. Like for the other 5 days of the week. So what you're doing is you're sending not only yourself, but like not only your mindset, but also your body kind of mixed signals. You're like, you're like, oh, like it's okay for me to not do it on these days. Like you're letting yourself off the hook, and by letting yourself off the hook, what's happening is that you're you're shooting yourself in the foot in a sense where you're not being consistent with your goals. And so a lot of people overconsume calories on the weekends. A lot of people, especially if you're going out drinking, guess what happens when you drink? Your inhibitions drop, and you don't hold yourself to the same standard that you normally would. You let yourself slip up a little bit. You're drunk you or even buzzing you doesn't care about sober you's goals. It's like you're like a lot of people. It's like you're two different people, and you're like, like it's fine, it's whatever. I'm gonna do this. You don't necessarily think things through as you know, conducively to your goals as you would if you were sober, right? And so, and I'm not saying you can't have fun, right? I'm not here like to be like, boo, fun, like don't ever go out and enjoy yourself. But what I am saying is if you're going out, every weekend and partying, or not tracking, or being lazy, or skipping out on your workouts, like you're fucking up, right? You're messing up, and that is probably why you're plateaued, right? If you are not, think of it this way, right? Like, um, if you are only doing the things that get you that are taking you in the right direction towards your goals, if you're only doing the necessary steps on the weekdays and not on the weekends as well, and not following through, that's like 2 or 3 days out of your week. Like that's a shit ton of a percentage of your week. That's like so basically, like what you're doing is you're putting in only like I don't know, like 50 to 60% of the effort, but you're expecting to get 100% of the results of what you're working towards. And so you can't do that. It doesn't, the math doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense to put in half the effort and then expect to get like all the results. And so you need to practice and focus up and hold yourself to that higher standard on the weekends. Otherwise, you're not going to reach your goals. You're not. You're not. Like you, if you're overeating or binge eating or drinking or whatever it may be, and you're not accounting for your calories, and you're not making sure that you're in a caloric deficit, you're not going to be in a caloric deficit, and you're not going to lose weight. So you're not going to see progress. So yeah. So you either got to get with it, or quit lying to yourself. Like, do you want to lose the weight, or do you want to party? Do you want to lose the weight or build the muscle, or do you want to keep like binge eating on the weekends? Like it's at the end of the day, like you either do the work and you get the results, or you don't do the work and you don't get the results. But if you're somebody who's watching this right now and you struggle with this, like set that expectation. Like set your alarms Friday night. Like hold yourself to like a stricter standard than what you have been in the past. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to start to see progress. But you got to quit like expecting like that you're going to get all the results that you want if you're not willing to put in the work in the first place. So yeah. Other than that, that's all I really had for you guys. I just want to like make a point of that since it is Friday. Not trying to rain on anybody's parade, but if you're serious about this shit and you want to reach your goals, sometimes you got to get serious about stuff. And it's a matter of what you're making a priority in your life. If you are somebody who says that they want to lose weight, or you want to lose fat, or you want to build muscle, or you want to get stronger, or whatever it may be, if you're saying one thing and then doing the opposite by going out and like not doing the things that you should be doing on the weekends, that says that partying and doing all this, having fun and doing all other stuff, you're saying that is more of a priority to me than my goals are right now. And at the end of the day, if that's what you want, then that's okay. But like have a hard conversation with yourself and say like, what do I actually want? Do I want to fucking do this, or do I not want to do this? Right? And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day, is just being honest with yourself and just like taking this shit seriously. If you want it to happen, you're gonna have to make some level of sacrifice for your goals. So yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. That's all I got for you today. Hope you got value from this. Let me know your number one takeaway in the comments down below. And if you are somebody who, has been slacking on the weekends, like, make a commitment today. Put it in the comments. Say, like, I'm going to be 7 for 7 this week. I'm going to show up for myself this week, and I'm not going to, slack off. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm not going to skip my workouts. I'm going to track my food. I'm going to hit the gym. And make that shit happen for yourself, because nobody else can do it but you. So other than that, I'll talk to you all later. See you guys.